Hey, it's your girl Monique 69 Ways Johnson. I'm here for another one. Tyler Perry's Beauty and Black Season 1, episode 15 and 16. We are trying to knock these last two episodes out, and I am not alone. I am here with Lighten Up with Letitia, Tika
Y'all.
Deshawn, VACAY-JTV.
What's up,
How
everybody?
y'all doing?
What up? What up?
Good.
See me for 2 seconds.
Good.
What you say, Jay?
They see me for 2 seconds. That's it. We in moving mode. That's it.
Yes, we are in moving mood. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What's good?
We not gonna go scene by scene, but we definitely gonna knock these last two episodes out. I mean, it really wasn't much in my opinion.
Not in 15 anyway.
That's what I'm about to say. In 15, it was just like the scenes were going on too long for me. I'm like, okay, we get it. But so we know last episode Kimmy got caught by Jules. He hitting her up, pulling her up, grabbing her all by the collar and stuff. It was just wild. So he brought her into the club, and he just asking her like, demanding like, how do she know horse and stuff like that. And there's a lot going on. So Felicia beat the crap out of her. She went for the face. She said, "Don't go for the face," and Felicia was whack for that. She don't know how to throw punches, because Kimmy was not affected at all. I'm sorry, but yeah. So Angel in the back because everybody leaving because it's a melee, and then he called Rain, and he said that they got Kimmy. She said, "Okay, I'll handle it." She called Horace. Horace like, she should be behind me because, mind you, he got the sister Sylvie.
Mm-hmm.
He busted you. He went back to the club, and everybody there at the club, and Horace is telling what's her name, Kimmy and Angel to go in the car, and he's making his rounds and introducing himself and asking people who they doing a roll call, asking what's your name, do you work for him, and stuff like that. And he was just talking to Roy, who said that he was here because Kimmy was dealing with, I mean, not Roy, but Jules was saying that Roy was dealing with Kimmy. So what are y'all thoughts on this whole scenes of it all, lighting up with Letitia?
Well, you know how I feel about the first. Well, hey, Shayna. First
Hey,
of all, I don't know how she got caught up in the first place, because she should have busted that U in that parking lot and been tailing Horace. I don't understand how she got caught up. But since she did, she still was relentless about trying to find her sister. I did not like that Jules was talking about he didn't care that she was 16 and that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm like, sir, you have a daughter. You are crazy. But my main thing was, baby, when Horace told her to go to that car, she didn't do enough to Felicia for me. She should have been gut punching. She should have been windmilling all the way to the door. Because she beat her tail up and down that club inside of there. And I'm like, girl, no ma'am. One punch would not have done for me. So that's all I got for them. I was too.
So what you thinking? He throwing Roy under the bus though? You got any thoughts about that?
No, because Jules is gonna be Jules. He got to talking and lying.
Right.
Because Horace didn't even say nothing. He didn't say explain yourself or anything. Jules just acted guilty. Just started talking out the side of his neck, and also he knows the Horace hates Roy anyway. So it was easy to throw Roy under the bus. It was easy.
Roll him over and did a reverse on him. Jay. You got any thoughts on this whole scenes?
Yeah, this scene right here was the about time scene. Like we've been waiting for the confrontation of Big Bad Horace to walk into this club. I mean, walk into this club as Horace, not as undercover angel dance for me type Horace. You know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord.
But Big Bad Horace, you know. And I agree with you, Letitia. Like she should have wailed on Felicia. Like it should have been more than just one little hit to the face. And she
I'm
held her face.
saying.
That was it. I was like, bruh, nah, you ain't gonna be kicking me around and stomping me around and just. I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. But Jules was shaking in his pants. He was like, I mean, he was keeping a straight face, but Jules, you could tell he was real nervous because it looks like to Horace, Jules has a certain image. That's why when Horace found out that Jules was involved with this, he was like, really, my Jules, for real, for real. So homeboy was type shook, trying to explain and this, that, and the third. So yeah. I thought this was about time. It was a good thing for me. I was satisfied.
What say you, Tika?
Listen, everybody has said it all. What can you say? When Horace walks in the room, everybody stops what they're doing. And that's literally what they did. Stop what they were doing. Traxon, he could barely respond. I work for the they never would link themselves directly to Jules. They say, oh, I work for the police department, or I work for everybody except Jules. And it was just funny to see that particular moment. Somebody actually had Jules a little bit shook in that particular moment. And my Felicia should have had more than just that one little hit that she got. She should have had what somebody call it, a 2-piece in a biscuit. She should have had a spicy 2-piece in a biscuit. I would have laid all that red hair out and her behind back there poking out. I would have laid all of it out. I know I'm feeling a little violent right now, but yeah, she was just doing too much. But at the end of the day, it really didn't phase Kimmy as much because she pretty much been hit by bigger. She had Biden that was bullying her. She had Delinda that was bullying her. She had Roy that was doing all his dirt to her. So she was like, I've been hit by bigger. But it was okay. She got her little kick in. She could have got more, but I was here for it.
Yo, Kimmy is tough as nails though, for real, because she was getting thrown around by Jules like she was a rag doll. I was like, what the? She tough as nails for real.
Very tough, because I don't think Felicia can hold. She ain't make no real movement on her face, because I'm gonna need Kimmy to have a black eye or something, the way you was welling on her, and you was trying to kick her with them platform shoes, I guess.
Right.
I guess so. Next up, Horace. It was a pause in the conversation, and Jules offered Horace to give him a ride. It was like a slump over, like he in prayer, and him and Traxon was looking like, "Are you okay? Is this dude okay?" No, he was not okay. And then he eventually got up, and then as he walked away, you can see the piss on he peed on himself. So we already know what he's going through for his illness. And we also have, it's like everybody going to the hospital. So it's like, so Angel helped him to the car. Then we have Kimmy and Sylvie, because Sylvie is drugged up on different narcotics and stuff like that. And she passed out, or she fell asleep or something. And Kimmy, it was like, we gotta get her to the hospital. Angel helped put Sylvie into that car that Letitia said she should have busted you and got out of the hot and took her to the good hospital. And and she was just riding along, and then she eventually woke up. She's talking about mama gonna be mad, and Kimmy said F mama. For real. And then she looked in the back like, why this man looking at me? And then Kimmy wasn't believing her at first because she thinks she like hallucinating because you know she's doped up, okay? And so yeah, what are y'all thoughts on this? Everybody going to the hospital and seeing dead people. Tika.
Listen, I thought she was hallucinating too. I'm like, girl, ain't nobody back there, but then when we do really, really see him, I was like, what the hell? Wait, because I'm trying to figure out am I hallucinating along with Sylvie. But you know, Kimmy got her sister, and she wasn't trying to wait for Horace to come outside, so she busted you. It was a different kind of you. She got on up out of the parking lot and headed on out to the hospital. But I was like, when it came to Horace, I was like, dang, bro, is you all right? I said, I know this is not how this is going to end for Horace. Not right here in this club. Now you have taken you kind of have given I was about to call him Lucian, y'all. You've given Jules a sign that this man has some weakness, and I don't like that this happened right in front of him because now this is going to be something that he can use a little bit later on. But yeah, I was like, bro, I know you ain't checking out right here on one of the 3 dance tables or strip stages that y'all got in there. But yeah, my thoughts.
Jay, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I was kind of like, okay, is this a long pregnant pause to make Jules more scared than he already is? Nah, bro, he was peeing in his pants. I was like, what? I was not expecting this at all. But yeah, we already know he's sick. So yeah, it was real weird to me what was going on. But yes, everybody is in the hospital. We going to the hospital. This dude in the back seat, I was not expecting this. Look at this face. This white face staring at me. I'll be scared just like Sylvie too. Like, stop staring at me.
Exactly.
I'll be saying the same thing because I was not expecting to see this dude. Like out of nowhere. We got a white dude in the back seat, bruh. This gets weird. But that's Tyler Perry, right? Tyler Perry be throwing like, you know, monkey wrenches in the back and into the whole thing, like unexpected, right? So I was kind of bugging out from that. But yeah. I think Kimmy did the right thing in bringing her to the hospital and not waiting on Horace because now we got 2 people that we got to run to the hospital. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Letitia?
Oh, child. This is why I just love Horace. He sat there in that space, but he picked his head up. He didn't say one word. He stood to his feet and walked out with his cane with dignity and with power. He was not going to let you see him sweat. He didn't cry about it. He didn't say nothing about get me to the hospital until he was outside and only in the presence of Angel. So again, solidifies why I love Horace so much. He is very powerful. And yeah, y'all, that I cannot believe you have that screenshot because I closed my eyes of the guy in the back.
Oh.
When I had to watch it the second time, I made sure my head was down during that scene when Sylvie was going off because I was like, oh, the first time it spooked me so bad. I said, oh my gosh, no, Lord.
Oh no.
So, and I look at people, and it was crazy was before they left, Angel was literally pleading with them not to go. And I'm like, you mean to tell me not one person saw a whole body in the back like that? I'm like, no, I check my car all the time. Well, I watch too much movies to be too many movies for somebody trying to get me in my back.
But that's not her car though, Letitia.
I know, but I'm just saying in general, like when you go to get in your car. But I'm just saying that Angel was talking to them from the window. So I'm just thinking like, okay, he didn't like happen to see like a leg or two just laying in the back like that.
I mean, dude got on dark clothing.
True, but I'm just saying, I checked my car because I can't have nobody in my back seat like that.
Wasn't Kimmy sitting there for a while waiting on Horace and they jumped in the car together? Ain't nobody see the dude in the back?
That's what I'm saying.
I agree with you. Like, that's out of nowhere. It's the same car, right?
Well,
it's not a different car.
The man
I want to,
I mean,
yeah.
You know, he just back there just scared. Like that mess was scary. I said, "Oh no!" See,
and she went through that gate in the back and then played bumper cars with a couple of cars. I'm like,
and dude ain't bounce out the seat. Dude ain't bounce on the floor. Come on, man. That's how you
I'm
know
just saying.
we watching a Tyler Perry film right now. Because his ass would have been on the floor. Come on, he would have been on the floor, right? Come on, man.
That man been through some stuff.
Unless there's a seatbelt on him. There's a seatbelt holding him to the seat. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Oh Lord Jesus.
We appreciate you, TP, but that's funny. That's funny, man.
All right, that's fine. This man been through a lot back there in the back.
Okay.
Dealing with Kimmy driving, but yeah. So that was that thing. Okay, this is the last slide for episode 15. So we get Barney, because Horace set up a meet with the lawyers, a judge, and everybody except for, I guess, the family at that moment to meet at his house at 11, something like that. And Barney, they're bright and early, so he's there to first. He came over to his bae Charles' house, and Charles was laid out on the floor. It was something funny. He's like, you couldn't make it to the bed. He said, I thought this was the bed. I'm like, yo. Charles be having me cracking up. He's a hoot. Yeah, and Charles always trying to get him to leave. And he said, I will make you a cup of coffee. Came back with a cup of coffee quick. I'm like, it must be that instant coffee. Yeah, he just trying to shoot him away because he just Barney like trying to warn him, telling his father's up to something. He had to like lawyers and stuff come to his house, and he trying to get in touch with Mallory. He said, but you at the wrong house. And
Barney's such a snitch, man. He is such a snitch.
He's getting on there.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Every time I see him on my screen doing
He's just a snitch. Jesus. Bruh. God.
Yeah, so he like, you at the wrong house. he keep calling Valerie. That's her name, right? Valerie. There's so many names.
Mallory.
Look, I gave her a whole name. Mallory.
This is beyond Beauty and Black. I get it. I know you're mixing up the characters.
Right, like I got so many
beyond the gates of Beauty
head.
and Black.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. Right.
I know you got like 20 people that you cover. I know.
That's hilarious. But Mallory, call him Mallory. And she finally answered, she's at the house, and he would just call and tell her what was up with her father-in-law and stuff like that. And Roy is in the bed. She's telling him to get up. He's still thinking that they got something going on, even though he just heard a civil conversation about business and his father and stuff like that. And yeah, so everybody just coming over to Mal and Roy's house. Jules, came over because she wanted to talk to Jules, and as well as Barney came over as well. Everybody having a meeting about Horace's next moves. Is something about the will and stuff like that. And also we have Roy step into Jules after everybody left about like, did you tell anybody that I'm involved with this club? Because I didn't know he had a stake in the club. It's one thing about Kimmy, but the club, I did not know that. So that was new information for me. So what are y'all thoughts on this whole thing, Jay? Everybody.
I'm glad you call on me first. I'm glad you call on me first. First of all, the villain victim of Mallory figured out, right, based on what Jules said, or based on what Roy said. Oh, how does Horace know Kimmy? You hooked him up. You hooked him up too? And she's like, too? Oh, so yeah, you just confirmed that you've been messing around with Kimmy because I've been looking for Kimmy, right? So now you're saying two. She said the operative word of two, meaning that, yeah, look, Mallory's smart. She figured it out. Yeah, Roy stinks. Roy stinks all the time because he always drinking and smoking or whatever. Go take a shower, boy. Charles on the floor, party all the time, party animal. I ain't messing with you, bro. Like he partied too damn hard, dog. Too hard.
He's a good time.
He's a good time, but no,
But he know how to bounce back. That's the thing for me.
He be out there till 4 a.m. I'll be like, I'll see you later, man. It's 1 o'clock. I'm going home, bro. I can't hang with him. I cannot hang with him. The fact that you stated that Roy is involved with the club is not a surprise. Not a surprise, right? Of course, he's probably like a private, secret investor, whatever, right? And that's where he gets his girls from, and that's where Kimmy comes from, right? So I'm not surprised that he's totally connected with Jules and the rest of them. I'm not surprised at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I might be the only one shocked that he invested. I know he deals with the club, but I know he was an invest.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm shocked too.
Now, he a sleazeball. He got to be involved with sleazy things. That's where the sleaze comes from, right? So absolutely,
things.
He's a sleazeball. He's part of the sleaze squad, And Vonnie just a snitch, super snitch, man. I don't like him. But that's my thoughts.
Letitia,
I don't expect much from Roy, so I was totally surprised as well. And because he's just not smart enough to pull off anything. He doesn't seem to be on any like lucrative part of it or any main part. He just seems like he's on the side of receiving as opposed to investing. But but what I thought was interesting about that though was that, because my theory is that Horace can't stand these boys because he resents the fact that they're not actually his boys. And I thought it was interesting that, okay, it would make sense for Roy to be in business with his Uncle Daddy, Norman, and Jules, because that just makes sense. And another reason why I think that he's not is because like later on when we talk about this, when Kimmy goes to ask Horace why he hates his boys, he was like, they don't have an ounce of me in them. And I was like, oh, is that a slip of the tongue?
Is that a foreshadowing to the prediction?
Is that's what your heart really thinks? That's what you really believe, that not 1 ounce of you is in these boys. So we shall see how it goes. Hey, Candy.
Tika, do you have any thoughts on
everybody? Every time I see Charles, all I think of is my girl wants to party all the time. That's all I can see. That's all Eddie Murphy. That's all I can think of when I see Charles, because that's all he does. And it didn't shock me that he was laid out on the floor and not in the bed. He drinks and he parties. That's just what he does. As far as Varney, I'm just like, bruh, you snitching, you talking too much, you telling way too much information. Like, you don't really even know what's going on. And the instructions were for you to gather the legal team and bring them to me, not go to my family and tell them what I got going on. So if there's some repercussions behind Varney's actions a little bit later on, I won't be mad at it. And what would Letitia say? Snitches get stitches, or Monique, one of y'all say snitches get stitches. Well, he needs to get a couple stitches. And that part. And last but not least, as far as Roy, I'm just like, bro, how is your spleen still intact? Like, you just fell from wherever and you're able to, I know you still had a little powder and such in your system, but how are you even able to get up and maneuver and move around, even though your girl Mallory made you get out the bed? But bruh, you walking around and you talking trash, and you're not in any condition to go toe to toe with Varney at this moment. So why even try to look at him the way that you're doing?
Okay.
Jules, nice. That's all
I got. Nice.
Roy is crazy. That's why he moving around like that. He just crazy. Crazy people do crazy things. They just recover and just be. They got devils in it. He a devil.
Okay, so that was like the end of 15, but at the end of 15, we saw this big dummy, Angel. He was in Rain's room at the hospital. They saw on the news some lady talking about somebody she was carjacked, by some young lady, and her father was in the back because he need his insulin or something. He gonna die, whatever. And he was like, "That's the car that Kimmy took." Well, stole.
How
And
did he know that though?
I don't know. I mean, he done saw her play bumper cars. He helped put Sylvie in the car, so he probably recognized the car, the plates. I don't know. But yeah, so he went to go find Kimmy, gave her a hat and a trench coat. I'm like, where did you pick this up at? Who room do you steal this from?
Right.
And like,
where you get that from? Yeah.
I'm like, you know, you get it for Horace because Horace wasn't wearing no trench coat. But yeah, so he decided to take a cruise in the parking garage, and as he was going through the cars, he saw the car, and he looking around, make sure nobody's around, and then he opened the car door. The dude stinking. I'm like, if he stank, Kimmy and Sylvie didn't smell it. Anyway,
he just farted when he opened the door. He just farted. That's all.
Shut up, Jay. But yeah, so he opened the door. There's some police, security cops or whatever they are, and they said, "Freeze." He said, "This is my car. I didn't do anything." I said, "You big dummy." So what are y'all thoughts on this big dummy? Letitia, what's your thoughts? She shook her head like,
girl, the biggest dummy. First of all, Angel said that's the woman that Kimmy took the car from. And I was like, how did you know that? Oh, like, dear Tyler Perry. Because how did you know
dear Tyler
that?
Perry.
You were not there. And then what was your goal in going downstairs? What was you gonna do? Were you gonna remove the body? Were you gonna drive the car somewhere? Like, again, Angel and his stupid, unthought out plans. He always gets himself in trouble. Now we're gonna have to rescue his behind and go bail him out of jail because he is so dumb. But what was the main thing about this is that this is the father-in-law of some really, or the father, I mean, of some really powerful dude, supposedly. So almost, I think he's
criminal.
Like because
he's a criminal.
Yeah, news was saying how he was this prominent, guy, whatever, that got in trouble and blah 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 blah. But this is his dad. So,
like,
Lord. And claiming the car, sir, why? Clearly your name is not on this car. Just dumb.
Jay, you got any thoughts?
You ain't nothing but a big dummy. Where's my sound effects? Womp 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 womp. Like, what the hell, bro? Like, it don't make no damn sense. Okay, so here's my Tyler Perry thinking. I'm putting my Tyler Perry brain on. It is assumed that the conversation was had that she stole this car and told Angel that she stole the car, right? That's the assumption. This is an assumption, okay? We didn't get the backstory. We didn't get the backstory. We didn't get the feelings. It is assumed that they had the conversation. Where's that car at? Yeah, okay. Well, what was you gonna do with the car, bro? But why? Like, why even worry about it?
Right.
Like, just hide her, get her out of there, and yeah, the car showed up here. Like, I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking, bro. It made no sense.
Trying to save Kimmy, but he didn't have no ties to the car at all whatsoever.
So now he said that's my car. But he says it's my car. Yeah, like, okay, so okay. Kimmy gonna have to bail him out. Kimmy the boss now, so it is what it is. If she does. Or she might let him rot, for all the things that he's done.
Or they can deport his ass. How about that? Because you just dumb. I'm sorry, you don't know how to make it in America anyway, sir, because you're doing too much. No plan has ever worked. Just go on back.
I think Kimmy gonna save him next season.
She will.
Because he tried. Because he tried. And if you think about it, he was a major instrument in saving Sylvie. Let's be real. He did save Sylvie, so she might have some mercy on him.
I mean, that's what you can do.
Yeah, that's the one thing that he did. Yeah, was putting to work.
Well, don't forget he's still cute. So, Horace is still probably set him up a little something.
If Horace is still alive, then yeah, they're gonna set up the pole in the hospital. It's gonna make him happy.
You need a place to
Tika,
stay.
you got any thoughts on Dummy
Yeah,
of the
y'all
year?
say he a big dummy, and his method, his movements, and all that stuff was not the most smart. But I mean, he kind of took the L for Kimmy, so he kind of redeeming himself with getting her caught up in all the shenanigans in the first place. I mean, his technique was just absolutely stupid. Like, bruh, why you claiming something? You didn't learn anything well, you
Right.
didn't hear when Horace said, "Don't admit to anything." You missed that part.
Right,
But
you missed
he took an L. He took an L for Emmy because the mother or the daughter, she saw who had taken her car. So she,
Right.
if he hadn't kind of helped cover her up, she, at some point her face would have been plastered all over all over the news and everywhere else. But I mean, he took one. But then also we finally got Rain out the bed. She's sitting on the black. She's not laying on her side. So salute to Rain for finally getting out the bed. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I laughed at it. It was all funny to me because I'm like, bro, y'all got bodies and everything else going on. So, but yeah.
I'm calling
Yeah,
it now. I'm calling it
well, go
now.
ahead. Go
Sorry
ahead,
to
Jay.
interrupt you. I'm calling it now. Once Kimmy face is out there as the new boss of Beauty in Black, this white lady gonna come out the bushes, be like, "That was the lady that stole my car with my daddy in it." And there's gonna be a whole big uproar. Norman gonna have to get involved. It's gonna be criminals. Okay, I'm talking season 2, but that's just my prediction.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with the prediction. I
Okay.
get it. I think that's another way it can go. I just think he should never went out to go look for the car first off.
I
Exactly.
agree.
Mm-mm.
I
Because
agree with
for
Like,
what?
right, for what? Let's ask her where the car is and just tell her what you heard on the news that you is being looked for.
Mm-hmm.
That body ain't got nothing to do with me. Just let it sit there, let them find them. And then
Exactly.
you just gotta tell her so she can tell somebody to wipe the cameras clean.
Mm-hmm.
If
But
the cameras in the garage.
honestly, Jay, though, I think they can talk this one out. Like, it's not like she just stole the car for the sake of stealing the car. You know what I'm saying? She was on a rampage. And I think they can explain this away, especially with a little moolah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Cause that was the daughter, right? The daughter that got out the car trying to help out, right? And that's her
She was the
father in the back.
daughter. She was the
Yeah.
Yeah,
daughter-in-law.
daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
And she
Well,
was a dummy for getting out the car trying to help. And you got a dying man in it, girl.
That's
You
what
should
I
have kept
said.
going. You should have kept going. That's your father. You care about this accident more than your father in the back. He might die. What's wrong
She
with
a big
you?
dummy. She a big dummy. Like,
I'd
what
have
the
just
heck was
called
that?
911 for them on the way.
Okay.
Them both. They're both in the dummy squad. That both of them. Yep.
Dang. Yeah. So that's that. We see because Rain and Angel convinced, well, more of Rain convinced Kimmy to talk to Horace. Horace wanted to talk to Kimmy. He told her about the proposal of getting married, trying to keep things away from his trifling sons and stuff like that. And the only way to do that is to get married to her. And then she ain't got to worry about money and stuff like that. And she said she'll think about it. He said, you better think about it quick because I'm about to be out of here. Okay. I'm about to be no longer. And then we also see her. She said she think about it. She went to go check up on her sister because her sister is in the room. She's about to get kicked out. So you're gonna have to go to county general or something. Whatever, the Raggedy Hospital, the one that accept people with no insurance. So you have to get out. Then she's like, I'm Mrs. Bellery. And she threw that name out so quick. Oh my, you said you was about to think about it. You switched up real quick. She like, she like, oh, she like, you can go ask Horace, he's in the room down there or something. She was like, oh, you is his wife? She's like, I'm about to be. I'm like, and then we also, the sister was like, oh, you married? Then she was like, I'll tell you about it later or something. She said, don't do that because she said, you already lied to me because Body and Delina already told me about your real occupation, which is stripping, dancing. You is not a nurse. And the sister is hurt. She's crying and she said, I can't believe you left me for getting raped by that her mama boyfriend or what have you. And yeah, it was just a lot of emotions. And she said, "You keep lying to me," and stuff like that. So what are y'all thoughts on this, Tika?
Yeah, look, this was just a little too ungrateful for me. I was like, girl, you lucky you still hanging in there with life,
Thank
health, and
you.
strength. You
Mhm.
could be a lot of other, and you grown, and you don't, what you don't understand is like, I don't like that she didn't give Kim an opportunity to kind of talk. You don't even understand. Your mama took me to the mall with $10 in my pocket and dropped me off. It's not like
Mhm.
I had a choice. Maybe in the new season they'll get to have that conversation, but she was just, listen, you got your sister, you back with your sister, don't be ungrateful. I mean, I know you're upset, I know you're emotional, everything is very traumatic that you've just gone through, but you just doing too much for however 15, 14, 15, 16 year old. You talking too much, you being real
Mhm.
disrespectful. So anyway, and I like the idea Horace is the GOAT, even though I don't like him sometimes, he's still the GOAT with this idea, let's get married. Kimmy was, no, girl, this is your saving grace right now. He might not be, what you want, but this is what you need. Like, stop acting slow and just say, okay, we got it. And then she realized she do need him to keep her sister in that nice, beautiful, clean hospital. So that's y'all girl
Mhm.
Kimmy.
She said that's your
Mhm.
girl, Kim. Jay.
Yeah. So I think Sylvie, this is everything that Sylvie has been holding back and wanted to say to her sister for a while now, right? Especially the whole leaving me at home with that dude and he touching on me and the whole nine did what he did, right? So she's been wanting to say this too. I think just everything just came out right here in the emotions, right? And it did drag on for a while. Like she was like, no, don't talk to me. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Kimmy, man, Kimmy is realizing how much power the Bellary name is.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was Kimmy, I would have did the same thing. Wait, no, don't take a no. I'm Mrs. Bellary. Like, yeah. Just don't worry about it. Talk to my man. Talk to my man's. My man's gonna straighten this out. Like she is realizing, okay, this thing holds some weight. I need to
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and utilize this. And then she was like, Sylvie was like, I don't believe you because you're a liar. You're freaking a liar. Like I would be the same way if I was Sylvie because ain't nothing but lies been told. So you ain't
Yeah.
proved yourself. Regardless, yeah, you saved me. Cool. Yeah, I need to be grateful for that. Yes, but everything that you have said has been a lie. So now you got to prove it to me. You do. So when she took her out of the bed, it was like, all right, come on, let's go talk. Let me go introduce you to my future husband. It was like, okay, let's see what happens. So, it was a cool scene. It was cool. This was cool.
Letitia.
Nah, I got attitude
I
because
see.
no, ma'am. No, ma'am. First of all, Kimmy, think about it. What is there to think about? First of all, what is your alternative, ma'am? Stop the madness. This man has been riding for you for the last however long this has been on. And so why are you all of a sudden can't trust him now? He ain't about to
Mm.
steer you wrong now. He could have popped you when he blew away them dudes at the house, but he didn't. He went and got your sister. He went and saved Rain. He did all of that stuff. He saved you. Now you want to be skeptical? Girl, stop the madness. And Sylvie, girl, shut the hell up. Like, I was so mad at her. Very ungrateful. And while I can understand her having the emotions of the graping, I definitely understand that, but the rest of it, having to prove yourself, girl, I just saved your life. How about that? Isn't that proof enough? I've been looking for you since you got here. It was never her intention for you to get caught up in this mess. She didn't
Mm-hmm.
she didn't want to have to lie to her. Like she said, she wanted you to be able to look up to her. It was your trifling mama who put her out on the street. You know what I'm saying? And also the same trifling mama that allowed her boyfriend to do the things to you that he also did to Kimmy. So I'm
Right.
not feeling all of this drama that Sylvie is I'm just gonna chalk it up to the fact that she's young, and I did soften up a little bit when Horace said, you really are Kimmy's sister. And he said, keep that doubt because you're gonna need it Kimmy gonna need your help to help run my company. And so I can appreciate that strongness in her and that doubting and not just want to believe any and everything people say, but I despise how her family, Kimmy's family, has been judging her as if she had a choice in how she's living right now. That pisses me off.
So any more thoughts on this Sylvia and Kimmy and Horace thing? Nope. Moving on.
I do want to say real quick, like, it sucks. The hospital system really sucks that they are, if you don't have insurance, they are ready to kick you out of the hospital. So I think that was the little bit of a message that Tyler Perry wanted to put in there about, like, if you ain't got the insurance, we kicking you out of the hospital. And that's kind of something that the world is kind of dealing with at this point. So yeah, I just want to say that.
And then the nurse tried to gaslight her too. Oh no, they're a good hospital when we know dang on well that is not.
No, she said I was there. What the heck are you talking about? Like, what?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're gonna move on. So we get to Olivia and this slap against what's her name? The lawyer chick.
Lena.
Yeah, thank you, Lena. So, we got Olivia. She's giving a tour to, I guess, her church ladies and tour the hospital. I guess that was the cancer wing or something like that. They deal with cancer on that wing. And the lady, it was some voice in the back talking about, this is where cancer patients, like women who use your family products and stuff like that. And then Olivia was like, excuse you? And then she managed to come to the front, show herself. And then she dismissed her church group and proceed to knock this lady head in the wall. Like, what the heck wrong with you? And you lost your mind, okay? And then Lena, she got a slick mouth talking about this lawsuit, how much she gonna sue her for $10 million. Then Olivia slapped the piss out of her, said, how about $20 million? She said, do it again. She did it again. And then Lena smacked Olivia back. And then Olivia grabbed her phone so quick, knocked her up a video, because that is happened to be right under her camera. So she showed a video of Lena smacking the old lady. And also later, after the whole melee between those two, and she'd seen a doctor, and she noticed that Horace's name was outside on the room on wall. So she was like, what's going on? She's trying to get by him. He was like, about the whole doctor patient information and stuff like that. Like, this is private. He don't want nobody, in his business and stuff like that. She was fighting with the doctor to get back. You think she was like they was playing football or something? She was like trying to get around him and stuff like that. So yeah. What's thoughts on it, Jay?
Don't mess with Olivia, man, because she will. She is so nice to the church people. Thank you for coming. We gonna sing to the kids. All right. And then here comes Lena with her church. Lena don't know who she messing with. I mean, why you going after Olivia? You know what I'm saying? Why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying? She just finding any which way to serve anybody in the family. And she's like, yo, don't mess with me. You can go after my husband. You can go after the company. Don't mess with me. And I thought it was very clever for evil ass Olivia to use that camera and her little phone. I was surprised. I was very surprised that she knew how to do that. But again, I'm not surprised because we know who she is. All right, get in the bag. Mrs. Get in the bag. She know what she's doing. She in that bag.
Tika?
Yeah, I was like, look at Olivia with her ChatGPT app working. I said, go, mama.
ChatGPT. I'm weak.
She's gangster. Her little herself. She's gangster. She is up on modern technology. She knew what to do, how to handle that situation. Don't play with me. But I do like this doctor that stood 10 toes down and didn't let anybody in that room. He's like, I don't care what you say. You know, you can't get in here with Mr. Bellamy. That's just what it is. So, you know, he's the only one in this whole entire series that has actually kind of been has been able to stand his ground, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Tisha.
Okay, so first of all, Lena is giving me Columbo vibes. She is very disheveled looking to me. I'm like, can we take her seriously? She looks a mess all the time. But Olivia, okay, so there were several things when I first watched it. I didn't think this, but now watching it again, we hear little things like I can't remember who it was. I think it was Norman mentioned like, oh, she's not gonna like this. Then when the guys were talking about her in the warehouse, and then Norman going to her and asking for his forgiveness or her forgiveness, and I was in a fit of rage and all that sort of thing, whatever. Olivia appears to be the big boss, not Norman, not Horace, not Jules. Olivia, I think, is the one behind the entire. I think she's like the madam, and they all fall in line with her. So she getting paid by the club with the club and all this other kind of stuff. That's what I think about Olivia. And when we come to season 2, we'll see just how much more involved she is. But then she also figures out this is where the 2 girls went inside the room in Horace's room as she was being denied and overheard the name Kimmy.
Yes.
So,
And then she, she like, oh heck, she had to go figure out. I mean, she still, and then Dr. told her still go take the tour, go continue your tour with the people.
He was like, it's a nice day, such a nice day out today.
Right, like get away from this door, get out of here.
She ain't like that. She was mad at that, boy. She get access to everything. To be denied to see her ex-husband, yeah, she ain't like that at all. Oh yeah, because she always in power. And you might be right, Letitia, with that whole madam thing, because she got the whole squad. And you did mention the conversation. He was like, yeah, I overheard your boys talking. It's like, yeah, they talk too much, right? So she got a bunch of goons behind us. So we're gonna find out what's the real deal with her.
Yep, she the one. That's why Norman's scared of her.
I apologize. Too late. Next up, we see everybody's at Horace's house. Barney, the lawyers, and the team of lawyers and the judge. They, just sitting around waiting. And then, we have Mallory coming over with a bowl of lemon. Like, girl, that's like the item thing to bring over just to see, be nosy. Yep. And she looking like, what's going on? Then, Bernie took her into the kitchen. And she also asked James, the butler, have you seen Horace and stuff like that? He said, I haven't checked. He said he don't like to be disturbed. So he like, I ain't going up there. Then, she talked him into going up there to go check on him. So we know he's not there, but yeah, so everybody just waiting around. And then eventually he did get a call from Horace saying like, change the location. He is at the hospital. Have everybody come there. Okay, so yeah. Oh yeah, Roy is at the house. He is agitated, irritable, and getting on my nerves. Okay, and I'm pretty sure he getting on the chef nerves. It's like he had this plate. Like, what is this? And then he like throwing his food and tossing and like talking mad crazy for somebody who cook your food. I was like, please, chef, just do a or get Vaseline. Vaseline.
Gross.
Oh, that was like, you must be crazy to be talking to someone who cook your food.
Right.
Absolutely not. So yeah, so you get a visit from Charles. Even Charles said he was wild and talking to the chef like that, like, you need to chill. He just came over here checking up on him and see what's going on. You know, Dad, of course, and then Barney of it all. And you know, Roy just lied his mouth talking about that Mallory and Barney had sex. He like, how do you know? And when did this happen? He like, I saw it with my eyes. He said, I came in the house, I saw it with my eyes. I'm like, he is lying. And his brother knows he is
Straight up.
lying. He said, when did this happen? He said, if you give me all the details and stuff like that, I can help get rid of him. I got ways to get rid of him. And he said, Dad won't believe him. He's like, I got something on him that he will believe about this man. He said, just tell me, give me the information. He just lying. He like, uh-huh. So yeah, what are y'all thoughts on this, Tika? What are your thoughts on it?
Listen, if I was the chef at this very moment, after that brand new plate that I would have bought to him would have had a little fine eye, would have took him nighty night. Because, bro, what we're not going to do is be disrespectful. You're not going to be throwing food around. But it's clear that this is the way that he is all the time. And so she must be getting paid pretty well to stay around and deal with his shenanigans. And to the butler, bruh, you know, a certain time that Horace normally come down from his bedroom, and you still not, you gonna just let him lay up in there and be thinking? Like, what is going on? I understand you kind of nervous. Do not disturb. It's on the door, but come on now. Now you need to do a little bit better with your check-in. So yeah, the gathering has begun, and everybody's about to, because Barney knows, of course, and now everybody's about to make their way to the hospital. So I do like the conversation with Kimmy as well as her sister and Horace. And yeah, that's it. That's all my thoughts.
Yes, because Kimmy's sister Sylvia, I forgot to say, she was interrogating the mess out of Horace. Like, I don't believe you. You want to marry my sister? You got money? She was like 21, playing 21 questions with that man. Yeah, but Jay, you got any thoughts on this? On everybody in this scenes?
Nah, not too much on this. Y'all pretty much said it already. You know, I'm good on these.
Letitia?
Y'all said everything else as well, except I will say that I believe that Mallory was very suspicious with those lemons. I think there's a reason why we found out that there was a bowl of lemons that she had, and she also made the claim that she comes by daily. And then when they offered to take the lemons, she would not give those lemons up. I'm like, is that tainted fruit that you're bringing to Horace every day? Is that why he is ill? That's what I put in my review, because I don't trust Mallory.
But isn't that wild though? That's a risk, right? He's not the only one that be in the house. He got company over, like, what? If that's the case, she is diabolical. She is.
I believe that she is eventually looking to take out everybody, and she will be, she will be in line, obviously, to, take most of the shares. I don't know why she think Olivia would let her get away with this, but
Olivia, woo! I can't wait till they go head to head, because that'd be something to see. But yeah.
But those lemons were suspicious to me.
Okay. We got one more scene. We get into the end, but before we get there, make sure y'all are subscribed to everyone up here. If you are new, make sure you are subscribed, please, and hit the like button and share this video out. We are talking about the last 2 episodes of season 1, Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black, 15 and 16. Drum roll, please. Yes, thank you. So we are at the place. So Bernie made it to the hospital along with a team of lawyers and a judge, and he got to take a cognitive test, and even Kimmy was questioning the whole process. Okay, and Horace said that Bernie can answer her questions, so they went in the hallway. When I tell you, this snake up of Barney. He's trying to get her to the lobby because he already knows who's in the lobby. Okay, he knows who's in the lobby, and she's like, "No, we can talk right here." I'm like, "Come on, Kimmy, come on, like, no, we can talk right here." And then he's talking about, I got to go use the washroom after the wash. She's like, "What that got to do with me going with you?"
Right.
He's trying to get her to go to the lobby. I'm like, yo, he is a snake for real. But yeah, so she was just asking me, was it legit? And she questioned, second guessing. He was like, yeah, it's legit. Like, yeah, you will have access to the money and stuff like that. And he said he this the third time he asked her to go to the lobby. She like, why you keep asking me to go to the lobby? Like, you questioning. He like, oh, cause you second guessing. We want to talk out there. Yeah, so we see the family are there. So I know who said it? Oh yeah. I think was it Bernie? Somebody said he back there talked to some lady named it was Olivia, I think, that said he back there talked to someone named Kimmy, and Roy is looking, stupid. And Jules know, and Mallory knows who that is. And then the family come in after a while. They got tired because Bernie came at that, said he about to get married. That changed the things of the will. Everybody know what that does to the will. Everybody shares of the will. So they pushed through that hospital security, got back there. Sons, let me introduce you to your stepmom. And that was funny to me. I like everybody's face right here in that picture at the bottom. I was like, So what are your thoughts, Letitia?
I mean, that was the biggest checkmate ever. Because they thought, I don't know what Barney thought he was doing, because he didn't go to no bathroom. He ran to the lobby to tell them exactly what Horace was doing. But when they got to the room, baby, it was too late, because this is your new stepmother. Oh, and by the way, she's also your new boss.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get mine. I was playing. I said, okay, this is that. I cannot wait to see what happens next. I can't wait to see Kimmy versus Mallory, because it's gonna be some stank attitudes in the office. But they're gonna be going toe to toe, and I cannot wait. Whew.
Yes, Trina Boo. Look on that face was everything.
Everything.
Woo. Jay.
I wish I had my sound effects. Dun, dun,
I know.
Dun. Man, I was laughing throughout this whole ending, man. These crooked mother freakers try to stop Horace from doing what he needed to do. This was the ultimate victory for Kimmy. So I was like, yay, Kimmy. You know what I'm saying? I was real happy for Kimmy right there, and she had that, yeah, I got y'all now. I got y'all by the balls now. Horace got Jewels by the balls. Now I got everybody by the balls. I was like, go, Kimmy. Go, Kimmy. With the look on their face. The look on their face. Priceless, man. Oh, my God. They like, what? I want to know. I want to know what Kimmy is going to do to Roy. She is going to terrorize his life. All right. You think Mallory was bad terrorizing? Oh, no. Now that she's the boss and stepmama, this gonna be the stepmama from hell for you, Roy. Oh yeah, she gonna be partying with Charles, and she gonna be a terror to Roy. Yeah. But I wanna know what Olivia. What's gonna be her reaction? I can't wait. Just like you said, the teacher. I cannot wait till season 2. This was the ultimate ending. I am totally satisfied by this right here.
Mm-hmm.
Take what he deserves.
Yeah, this has been the smartest that Kimmy has ever been. If ever there was a moment that you don't need to trust somebody, and an individual, Barney was that person, and she used her intuition. No, I don't need to go out to the lobby with you. I'm good. I'll stay right here where we are. This is close enough. We can talk right here. So I love that, she was wise enough to say, nah, you can go to the bathroom, I'm good, and she still got the information that she found that she needed. It was legit. The priceless, I mean, just as everybody's been saying, the look on the family's face is priceless. Y'all got what y'all got. Y'all tried to run game on Horace, but Horace played y'all all, every last one of y'all brother, wife, ex-wife, all of y'all got played. Meet your new stepmom. And I was about to say your stepmom like Color Purple.
I know, right?
It's going to remind me of. But yeah, this ending, this cliffhanger was all things, everything. Again, we got Rain on her feet. She's not laying on her side. So, that's the wedding party, and that's the quickest shotgun wedding I ever seen in my life.
Cause it was a moment where Kimmy and Rain was talking about, she like, we about to get this money, and then they look up his net worth, about $376 million. I was like, oh.
She said, "Girl, give me a wheelchair. Let me get on down here.
Let me get over there. I'm coming down. Wait a minute. Hold on." Oh, yeah. So that was the end.
Did you see Trina's other comment? She said she thinks that Kimmy and Mallory are gonna work together. See, I don't know, because Mallory holds grudges, and I think she's still gonna be mad at Kimmy about sleeping with Roy.
She's not even sleeping with Roy. Yeah.
I know.
I say yes and no. I say yes and no because even though she's mad, she's gonna have to bow down at this point.
Definitely.
Because Horace has majority shares and she's the new boss, she's going to be Mallory's boss now. So it's going to be a total dynamic shift where Mallory has no choice but to work with Kimmy. You know what I mean? So Kimmy gonna come back with the white suit. I already saw the pic. It's gonna be crazy.
But Mallory gonna do something underhanded and make Kimmy look bad.
Oh yeah, she gonna try. She gonna try.
Yeah,
she gonna try.
She got a vendetta.
What if Jillian tries to help Kimmy?
Here we go.
What if Jillian, because of the way that Mallory has treated Jillian, Jillian comes back and works with Kimmy to give all information that Kimmy needs to make sure that she counteracts whatever Mallory's trying to get at her with. That would be crazy.
Well, Gilligan Island need to team up with somebody, because you still stuck on what's her name is.
Amen.
And you don't have no plan. Right, thank you, Calvin Klein. Yes.
You think Calvin Klein gonna try to sleep with Kimmy now? You think he gonna try? Cause she the boss?
He's still sniffing Mallory panties.
Okay. Do we think that Horace is going to make it?
Ooh, that was about to be my question.
Yeah, I think he is gonna make it.
Not through the whole season 2 arc.
I don't know about the whole season 2, but I've watched some interviews. He was supposed to be gone after this.
Oh.
And because he has become such a fan favorite, they may Tyler Perry. We don't know, but Tyler Perry may keep him around because everybody, including you, Letitia, loves Horace.
I love Horace. I do.
So he may stick around to bring more drama to the situation. We shall see.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind him sticking around, though. I wouldn't mind.
Okay. I wouldn't mind him either, to be honest. Tika, you got any thoughts what you would like to see in season 2?
I'm just ready for season 2, period. I definitely want to see Kimmy in power. I definitely want to see that, because she has been literally tormented through the entire first and second half of Beauty in Black. She started out wanting to be a part of Beauty in Black, and now she is literally about to take the reins and going to take full control at this point. As far as Kimmy and Mallory working together, they're gonna have to, because Mallory's gonna play the game. She knows how to play the game. I mean, she might not like you. She's gonna do what she has to do to to play the game. As far as Jillian, because Jillian was once Kimmy. Like, Jillian used to be the one that was messing with Roy, and now it's like, okay, she got in the family some kind of way. She's working for the family some kind of way. So I'm just excited. I'm excited just to see part 2 or season 2, because I'm sure it's gonna be way more diabolical than what we got in the first season.
Yeah, I agree. I just wanted, is the case dropped with Lena and with this whole lawsuit of the cancer of the patients? I mean, of the clients getting cancer from the products.
Nah, she's gonna still be around. She's gonna still try.
Well, she said she wanted to settle though, so hopefully maybe they can
she
just
got
settle it.
smacked around and then got threatened by Olivia, so I don't know. But Olivia said, "Leave me out of it."
Yeah, she's just not gonna go after Olivia. That's it. She's gonna still go after the company. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, like Tika said, you know what? Kimmy literally manifested this situation because she started off wanting to be like Beauty and Black.
Yeah, because she went to the convention and stuff. Yeah.
And now
I forgot about that.
Is, and her can be a power couple.
That's wild. She was a fan. She was a fan. Now she the boss. That's wild, right?
Hell yeah. She didn't have to do nothing. She didn't even have to spread ego or nothing. Yeah, but
for now.
No,
what's up?
All the torment.
For now.
For now, buddy. We'll see what drama comes into, man. It's gonna be wild, man. I enjoy this. I enjoy this one. This one, he hit it out the park. Definitely hit it out the park with this.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Y'all, this the end of season 1. We at the end, 15 and 16. So yeah. Before we get out of here, make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to everyone up here, and we about to go around and see what people got going on. Starting with Letitia.
Okay, well, thank you, you guys. I appreciate being able to be on the panel to chat with y'all on this crazy show that we love. It's always a fun time. But as far as what I got going on, Rewind the Light Black Sitcom Spotlight is back. So make sure you check out that video from Sunday. And then also I did my own review of 15 and 16 last night. So feel free and check that out. I'm looking forward to doing a couple of new things. So just make sure that you're subscribed and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you are notified whenever I go live or whenever I post in a video. Thank you.
Tika Deshawn.
Yes. Thank you, Monique. 69 Ways for putting this whole thing together today, because the struggle was real and we really did want to get these last 2 episodes out the way. So you kind of was reading my mind, and but thank you so much, for doing this. It's always fun hanging with you guys. And as far as the channel, listen, Ruthless. My mind has literally been stuck on Ruthless. I've been trying to get out of my shell and talk about something else, but I can't focus. I got a little ADHD and it has Ruthless written all over it. So make sure y'all are tapping in and tuning in and checking out these Ruthless recaps as well as the Ruthless conversations. Hopefully my Ruthless roundtable partner will be able to, come back at some point so we can finish what we started. But that's pretty much it, y'all. Hit the like, share, and the subscribe button on all the channels.
All right. Okay, Ruthless, VACAY-JTV.
Hey Mo, thank you for putting this together. Did a great job as usual. Appreciate you for definitely putting this thing together, because we needed to wrap this thing up. And but I enjoyed talking about it. I enjoyed watching it. Like, I watched it again before we jumped on. Like, it's definitely a good show to talk about, So I appreciate you very much, and I appreciate everybody on the panel. I'm still in the process of moving the studio, so you guys don't worry. We still gonna be rocking the Ruthless recaps. Yes, Tika, once I get things together and get the bearings together, we gonna have a Ruthless roundtable popping as we usually do. And yeah, of course, Raising Canaan. I'm gonna be doing my first reactions to that, so look out for that. How we do. And just keep the notification bells on, man. I'm like 92% done with this move, so just keep me in prayer. Your boy is moving and shaking. By the time I'm done, I'm gonna be ripped to shreds. All right, so I may show one muscle, just one arm or something. We'll see. We'll see. But
Oh wow.
keep your yo. I'm getting strong as hell. But anyway, keep your boy in prayer, and I appreciate all of you. Much love. Thank you for your love and support. You already know how we do. Salute.
Yeah.
Yes. And for me, yes, I have Real Housewives of Atlanta tomorrow. Found is back this week. Whoever watched Found, they're back this week. So Sunday we are covering Found. Beyond the Gates, the Black Soap on CBS Paramount Plus. I'm covering that. And I'm thinking about the Never Ever Met airs this Friday. Premieres the second season premieres this Friday, I believe. So definitely gonna cover that. And a new show I'm trying to think about. Should I do it or just watch it for fun? So just make sure you are subscribed, hit that notification bell for your girl. And yeah, so thank you to the panel for coming up here last minute.
No, thank you.
Shout out to the chat for chatting up and being here with us. And replay game, what was your whole thoughts as a whole on this season 1? I know you anticipating season 2, so yeah, just let's comment down below, please and thank you. We need some engagement, okay? I need to know what you thought on this whole season 1. And we're about to get out of here, you guys, and we will see y'all in the next one. Bye.